Hey everybody, it's Vince from Spradley Kia here in Pueblo, Colorado, and today I have such a treat for you. I have our very first ever 2024 X-Pro SX Prestige Sorento in all-wheel drive in the Road Raider brown with the olive brown interior, and this car is beautiful to say the least. Right away, you can see the Kia Star Map LED lights. Every light on the outside of this car is LED. You have our tiger nose grille right here across the front. You have our Kia emblem big and bold right here on the dash. Cameras right there on this model. Forward sensors down here on the grille, along with the glossy black and then the paint. This vehicle is beautiful and bold, and I am a huge fan of the styling of this car. This car is set for delivery for the customer already, so there's a couple of modifications on it, as is the tinted windshield, tinted windows, but I love this vehicle with the tinted windshield, and it makes me jealous because my car is coming soon, and it's gonna be really cool to see with all these modifications. Awesome. Okay, I'm rambling a little bit, but let's get down here to these wheels. So right here you have the Goodrich tires with the SX Pro wheel clads. You could only get that design there on the SX Pro, which is awesome. Coming down here along the side, this car is not as brown as I thought it would be. It is definitely a lighter brown, but not as brown as I thought it would be. Right up here on the top, you have the roof rack rails with the black design for the SX Pro. Coming along here, along the door, you have the one press. Press that guy with your thumb, it'll open just the door for the driver. If you press it twice, it'll unlock all four doors. This is also the digital key as well. When you can pair your cell phone to it as well, you just have your cell phone near it and it'll unlock also. Coming back here to the caps, you have solid black caps with the LED turn signals on this model. And then again, this one's already been set with the tinted windshield, which is really cool. Coming along the side here, you have your push and pop gaps cap. It's just kind of like the same on the other models. As long as the car is unlocked, that guy will open. If the car is locked, that guy will not be open. You cannot unlock it. Coming along here towards the back, got the sun on my back, so we got the shadow right there, but you can see the design there with the LED lights on the rear. You do have the back fascia down there with the glossy black, and down here, and then you have the little lip here which has the windshield wiper underneath. And then you have the camera for your digital mirror, which is pretty cool. You have your shark fin. I'll show the digital camera when we get inside. To open, you just want to press down here. Automatic lift gate. It does have a power lift gate as well, which will open if you are seated, standing next to it. It'll beep for about 10 seconds, and then it'll auto open the back lift gate. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on the inside of the car because that's where this vehicle I think really shines. I think the front is big and bold, but we're gonna spend some time on the interior. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put that guy in. So when you have the cargo set up like this guy here, so you can see the cargo space is set with the cargo mat from Kia, you have these little hooks here on the side that you can hook into. That way your seatbelt's not rattling around. You also have your one presses there for the left and right button. That'll drop those seats there flat, so then you would have all that cargo room that would extend all the way to the front two seats, which is really cool. You have your little cubby down there for drinks, and then just the sort of things you could put back there for your third row passengers. You have your charging port there on the left. You have one on the right as well. And then on the back of these seats, you can see you have child anchor locks as well. So if you have car seats right there on the second row, you have them. When you take this leather mat off, or weather mat off, you will also have the third row, which a full-size adult can fit into, and then you have child anchor locks there as well for your third row passengers if they're in car seats. One thing I want to point out, I could point it out when I see the second row, but you can also have the little seatbelt latch right there for your second row passengers, and your little hand hook so you can easily get into the third row. I can fit perfectly fine in the third row in this vehicle, which is really cool. So a full-size adult can fit in the third row. Panoramic sunroof, which I'll show here in a minute, but the interior of this vehicle looks really, really, really cool. If you're new to my channel, I do walkarounds on videos so I can show everybody the most common features the everyday driver would want to know, which is pretty cool. So I don't spend a lot of time talking about the technical aspects of the car, and if I can help you find a vehicle, I do ship all around the country, and it's at the cost of the customer, or you can fly in and I can pick you up, however you guys want to do it. If I can help you find a vehicle, we do sell at MSRP on everything. And the market's back to normal, which is awesome. Just another view there of the starlight lighting pattern, as they call it, on this vehicle, which is really, really cool. Big fan of it. Okay, so let's get into the second row. Like I said, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on the interior features, on the control panel, because that's kind of where a lot of this car has been redesigned. Right here, again, let's just take a look at the seatbelt hook. I'm just gonna pop it in right there. You could probably find these little plastic things. If you ever bought a new Kia, you'll probably find these for years and years and years. There is a bar right underneath the second row, so you can slide this seat all the way back. That way you have more room. As you can see, you can have it positioned, so if you are a taller person and you're going to be in the third row, the second row seat can maneuver forwards and backwards. Taking a look here where my knees are, plenty of room in the second row. Like I said, this little bar here, I can even scoot up a little further and give more room to the back passengers. Plenty of room there. Now, this car, again, the windows have been tinted, so it's pretty dark in here, even with the sun shining bright. But you, right here in the second row, notice you have your air vents, you have your 115 power port right there, which is pretty useful, pretty cool. And then you have your 12-volt port there as well. Just like in the previous generation, you have the USB-C ports here in the seats for your second row passengers. You have your map pockets here behind the driver's seats. This model does have heated seats in the second row, which is pretty cool. You have your sunshade right here, which will pull up. I don't want to pull it up too far just because of the heated, the windows were just tinted, but you do have the sunshade there and the sunshade on that side as well. Perfect in the second row for long trips. You have your oh crap handles right here that you can hold on to, and then you have your little button there for your light, and then your garment hook right there. The premium headliner is super soft, very elegant looking. I really do love the headliners and the top of the line trim level. I have the window sticker here in front of me just kind of as a cheat sheet. So this thing has 17-inch matte black alloy wheels, increased towing capacity, the Bose Premium Auto, leather seat trim upgrade, upgraded power driver and front passenger seats. So good thing to point out, the passenger seat does have power seats, memory seats, heated seats in the second row, heated steering wheel, all the safety features, HomeLink garage door opener, sunshades, the Syntax suede headliner, the 115 power adapter, which I've already showed you, all the safety features there, rear cross traffic, lane keep assist, the dual 12.3-inch panoramic screens with navigation, which I'll show you, which is really, really cool. It has a wireless phone charger, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, all kinds of good stuff. The 2.5 turbo engine with the 281 horsepower and the 311 feet of torque, and again, all-wheel drive. So just a couple of things there with the window sticker. This guy is $49,455 plus taxes and fees. Kind of needed it as a cheat sheet, just even though I know these cars very well. This model year has been redesigned. Okay, let's show you my favorite part of this car, which is the driver's position, driver's position, all the fun stuff is going to be right here. So right away on the sides here, if you're familiar with the other Sorento generations, you'll notice child anchor locks, one touch. Well, actually they're not one touch anymore. I would demonstrate it, but don't want to mess with the window tint. But you have the window controls right there, power folding mirrors, the memory seating right there, and then you have your lock and unlock, and then obviously that little guy controls the mirrors there. Down here you do have your power seating along with the little leg rest, which is really, really cool. Awesome. And then let's see this olive brown interior. I like this interior. I really, really do. It looks really cool in person. It goes with the car. It fits this color. I would also say it probably fits black, and it probably also fits white. But this brown on olive brown is a beautiful combination. And then you can see here in the steering wheel, you do get the olive brown right there on the interior, and then you've got your black on the exterior. And then you have your X-Pro embossing right there on the seats, which is really cool. A nice little touch. And then just the all-around look of the cabin. Okay, let's take a look. I'm kind of pressed for time, so if I go a little fast, I apologize, but the customer wants to take delivery of the car, and I told her I would hurry up. Love this screen right here. So if you're not familiar with EV9, this is kind of a way the EV9 looks with their screen. And then it goes over here onto this side. I'm going to close that back hatch. Let's see if this works. Little voice command. Close liftgate.
Closing the liftgate.
There it goes with your voice. Not bad. Okay, so now it makes the color in here just a little bit better for filming. So again, this is very, very similar to the EV9, which I am a big fan of, and I love this new dash. The one thing is that when you're looking at it straight on, the steering wheel does block this section right here, whereas in the EV9, your climate would be right there. So I do like the fact that it didn't put the climate section right there. I like that it's open like it should be. Let's just go from left to right. So you have your lighting stick right here. You can set your lights to auto, so your lights will turn on and off as the sun goes up and down. You have your speed limit indicator right there, miles per hour there, fuel level, 368 miles still empty. It's 49 degrees outside. We are in park. And then this has that feature where the vehicle will automatically shut off in 42 minutes and 34 seconds. Which is kind of cool. You can change that, you could reset that, you can turn that off. So that's kind of just a rundown of the front screen there. When we go to the steering wheel, let's go right to left. Right here, that is your forward lane keep assist button. So if you press that button, you're gonna see right there that it is turned on. So Kia has made it to you can turn the forward lane keep assist on and off. That'll move you gently into the center of the lane while you're driving. You have your cruise control functionality right here. Obviously we are not moving, so I cannot control the cruise control, but you can press that button to activate. This guy moves you up and down for your miles, and this is adaptive cruise control. So you can set your car lengths between you and the car in front of you, how you would want to do that. Now I really do like this 2 pages button right here. This 2 pages button, if you press that, it's going to change your information there in the center. So that's going to be your safety system, your safety screen. This is your trip indicator, which I am toggling using this button right here, going up and down. So you can toggle that up and down. There's the auto stop, tire pressure. I like this screen a lot. When in my personal vehicle, I have that there. That is going to be where you can see the power of your wheels, like how the power is being distributed. So that's kind of cool. Gonna hit this 2 pages button again. Again, moving left to right, you have your compass, and then again your safety screen. So I am going to leave this. I'm gonna leave that right there. The left-hand side. So this little guy right here, this is your internal voice command system. So if you press it once, it's going to activate the little voice command over here, and then you can tell it to do cool things like turn on the seat warmers, open the lift gate, call certain contacts that are in your car. You have to say it a certain way, and I'll demonstrate that for you now. So if you just press it once, it's going to activate the voice control. Oh, hold on. I wanted to click once and then hit commands.
Here are some available commands.
Okay.
On this screen, voice is not recognized.
Okay, so you can do your standard stuff with your voice. You can do find gas stations, go home, go to work. That's when you program your destinations into the system. I'll show you that when we get to that in the map feature. But you can also have it call your contacts. The contacts have to be exactly how you have it in your phone, and then you can also do like search settings. Now I think the fun ones are right here under vehicle command. You can tell it to turn on the climate. You can have it, set the blower speeds. You can set certain temperatures all with your voice. You can also do the windows, open all windows, close the passenger window, that kind of stuff. I already demonstrated the lift gate, so you can open and close the back tailgate with just your voice. Steering wheel is also pretty cool, so you could turn on the heated steering wheel, turn off the heated steering wheel. You can set the heated seats. Now, it doesn't recognize the phrase heated seats. It recognizes the phrase seat warmers. So that's something important to notice when you're using voice commands. You need to say it the way the car knows how it is. So turn on seat warmer to level 2. It's all about how it is. Rear window exterior mirrors, what is that? Rear window defroster, okay, so you can turn on and off the rear defroster. You can ask it certain questions, nothing too complicated, but you can ask it how's the weather, kind of like an Alexa, but not as advanced. And then you have the command and control. So when you're using the navigation, you can tell it to go certain places or cancel the route, that kind of thing. Pretty cool. I like it. I think it's very useful, especially if you're doing like Walmart pickups or grocery store pickups. You can raise and close the lift gate with just your voice, which is not bad. So again, that's going to be with this button here. When you have your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto connected, if you press and hold, it will engage Apple CarPlay.
Your mobile device in order to search. On your device, select the name that matches vehicle name.
I don't have anything set up in there as of right now. Mode is going to be your audio mode. So if I press mode right there, it's going to cycle through Bluetooth, Amazon Music, phone projection, which is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, sounds of nature, which is kind of the little relaxing thing, AM, FM, Sirius, and anything you have on USB. So if you only use FM radio, sounds of nature, and let's say Sirius XM, it'll cycle between those ones. And that's just under mode right there. That's audio mode. Answer a call, and then custom. So if I press custom over here, you're going to have another little option where you can make that start button on the steering wheel end a call, reject a call, privacy mode, passenger talk, voice memo, maps, reroute, all that kind of stuff. So anytime you see a star, that is a customizable button. I would honestly make it reject a call, end a call. I think it's just muscle memory. You have answer call, decline a call, it's all right there. So not too shabby. Let's try the horn. Okay, horn works. That's kind of cool. And what am I missing on the steering wheel? Oh, you have your little paddle shifters here for when you're in sport mode, which is really fun to use. This car is very easy to put in sport mode. You go down into drive, and then you can pop this over to the left. And then when you do that, you'll see that now I am in first gear. And if I move this guy forward and down like that, I can go through the gears. And whenever you're done playing with it, pop it back to the right. And then you're good. Not too shabby. What I really like about this screen, again, is very, very reminiscent of the EV9, and I like how the display is different in the 2024 model. This guy does scroll left to right, and then you have these really cool tiles that are easy to see and easy to use. So it's very, very, very just intuitive. It just knows where you are. So here's your big map there. You just click on it. It'll take you into the map screen. You can just set your sensors, all that kind of stuff. actually those weren't sensors, I'm sorry. You would set your positioning for your map, and then over here you can scroll up and down and put different things there. So passenger talk is kind of cool. This is where you would activate the intercom. I don't know if you can hear the sound reverberating, but now you've activated the intercom, and then you can turn the volume up and down. So pretty cool if you're on a trip, and if you don't want to yell at the people in the third row, you just have it right there. Weather, compass, time, another little map, which I don't understand why that's there, but there it is. And then you move that into the wall. So if you had a previous model, there'd be a little arrow there. Now you have a solid line. You could just move it in. You can type in where you want to go down there. Little house will take you home. Little house will take you to the main screen. You can search by using the search bar there. You can get your navigation volume, and then you can set your scale as well. Little arrow takes you back a step. It'll take you back here, but little house will take you home. So it'll take you to your main screen. It's also a place where you add favorites too, which is kind of cool. Did not know that. Should be your menu button. So if you press that, it's going to give you your different listings of like what you might want to see on a trip, like traffic, your save locations, nearby info, and then you can also reroute there once you have a destination set. So press the little arrow to take me back a step, and then little house should take me home. Music, so this is going to be your AM, FM, and Sirius. I don't think I'm going to play that because I don't want, oh, cool, it's not going to play the sound. So all of your stars right here you can set to favorites. You can search Sirius XM, you can search by categories by pressing that guy, depending upon what categories you want to listen to, and then go back to channels. You have your favorites, you have your FM, your AM, and then you have your tuner over here where you can go and find the station you want. Down here you kind of have your settings. So now I'm in the right there's our sounds of nature. This is definitely probably when you're not driving. Turn that down a scotch. But you have all kinds of new ones here. Experience the universe, rainy day, autumn sentiments. I don't think people drive to this stuff. People are weird though. I really don't think people drive to this. This is probably more when you just want to relax when you're waiting for somebody. But you never know. You never know what people are gonna do. But that is that. Phone, that's where you can hook up your phone for your contacts. Phone projection, this is gonna be your CarPlay, Android Auto. Please connect iPhone that supports Android Auto or Apple via USB cable, or turn on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on your phone to pair the vehicle. So this should let you pair with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. It did on the other Sorento, but that person already had their stuff set up. But it should be right there under phone projection. It's going to pair it via Bluetooth. You can always use the cable if you wish, but you shouldn't have to. Voice memo, weather, we kind of already covered that. You just click here and get your 5-day forecast. It's just another place to see it. Valet mode, vehicle diagnostics, maintenance, setup, online manual notifications, blah, blah. So setup, let's click in setup. So you're gonna probably spend a lot of time here in setup. I would set your user profile first. Inside user profile, you can set yourself, one other person, and a guest. So you can have a picture right there, and then you would be able to, in your profile, make sure your settings are the way you want it for you. So if I back up a step, do user profile first, because then after you do user profile, in your profile you can set up some of these driver conveniences like driver assist, climate, seats, lights, door, digital key, and then convenience. Let's just kind of blow through these real quick. So under convenience, you have your rear occupancy alert that you can turn on and off. If you don't have little kids, that could be annoying. So when you open the car door, it'll tell you, hey, there's a kid in the back seat, or it'll tell you to check the back seat. You can change your oil reminders. If your wireless charging system isn't on, you can make sure that is turned on. I'm going to turn auto rear wiper on. I don't know why it comes defaulted as off, but that's where you turn auto rear wiper on. Digital keys, you can set up your digital keys on your smartphone. That's like what I was saying, is you can just have your smartphone and open the door. This vehicle should also have it to where you can start and stop the car by using your smartphone when you pair it through Kia Connect or Kia Access. Door, this is what I was talking about. You can do the auto press, the auto unlock. So when you press that little button on the door twice, it'll unlock. Here's your power lift gates. You can have it open normal and fast. You can have your smart lift gate as well, and then you can also change the height. So you can see there, if I change it to different heights, it will only open to that certain height. Little arrow takes me back a step. Smart liftgate opens the liftgate automatically. We kind of already covered that. And auto close. A lot of people don't realize that on these newer ones, not only will the liftgate auto open, but it now auto closes. Previous generations did not do that. Under lights, you can turn on the welcome lights. You can have your signal flash different, your high beam assist, interior light always on. Seats, this is your easy seat position alert changes. So if you're sharing this vehicle with someone else, it'll tell you if your seat's been moved. Climate, nothing real crazy in climate. You could play around with the climate features there. It does have auto defogging, auto ventilation. So if you turn the car off, let's say you're in your garage, you turn the car off, you go inside, 10-20 minutes later you come back out and you hear your car humming, or like you can hear the ventilation going. That's probably what it is. It's the auto ventilation is cleaning out the air in the car, the recirculated air. So don't be alarmed with that. You see that in our EVs as well. And under driver assistance, you can turn on and off all the safety features as well, which is kind of cool. Some people don't like the safety features, which is weird, but you can turn those on and off at your convenience. So like I said, very easy. We blew through kind of everything under vehicle setup, but do profile first. That way you don't have to redo it again. Navigation. So we kind of talked about the navigation map, but you also have like all the little features that you can change. So you can show traffic colors, you can show points of interest, fuel prices, even vehicle speed indicator, guidance. You can set how you want that to look on the map. You can set volumes, all that kind of good stuff, whatever you are in the market for. Alerts, camera distance alerts, I would actually recommend using those, but you could turn them on and off. But then maps. So a lot of people ask me questions about this. So map, you can do map mode, so that can change it between 2D, 3D, and auto scaling. But a lot of people ask me about size. You can set it up to standard size or large size in the font, but also the color. You can do just the clean color. You can do like a dark mode. Take a look over here. You could do more of a classic mode, classic dark, clean light. You can change that. You can do setup map auto scaling again, so you can zoom in and out with just a pinch of your finger, and then some automatic navigation alerts. I like auto recentering on the map, so it kind of always focuses to where you are. But there's a lot of things you can play with in the settings on this thing. Not going to go through all of them. Device connection, so when you have your phone connected, you can go through and add another device. And for Bluetooth, you have phone projection, Bluetooth prompts. You can change all of that. This car is completely customizable. Voice recognition, screen layout. You can again change your screen styles here. So your cluster theme. So over here, I'm going to press you're on A, there's B, there's C, and then link to drive mode. So if you're in sport, smart, or snow, I believe it's going to change. Well, maybe it's just sport and smart, because down here in your drive modes, you haven't got there yet. We have eco, sport, smart, snow, and normal. So depending upon what mode you're in, link to drive mode is going to change what these styles look like. One thing they don't have anymore, which I do like, is dynamic display, which they don't have anymore. Not on this model. Split screen, you can turn your split screen on. Oops, I'm sorry, screensaver. You can put it as the clock or nothing when you turn this screen off. And then split screen. This is where you can, in that little third box right here, you can take things out. Like a lot of people don't need the compass. You could take the compass out. You could take the clock out. Ironically, you can't take the map out even though you have multiple maps. So, and then you can also change the order at which they appear by pressing and dragging. Display buttons cluster. So again, nothing too crazy here. Some of this is redundant. This is where your custom buttons are. We'll get to that button because that button's going to be right here. That little star button right there. So we'll get to that in a second. Data network control. So you do have a Wi-Fi hotspot in this car. You got to make sure you turn on Kia Connect first, and then you can enable the Wi-Fi hotspot. You might ask, why would you need a Wi-Fi hotspot if your phone already has it? This actually is a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi hotspot if you select the maximum band selection, which means that it is more powerful than most phones' wireless hotspot. Some phones do have the same 5 gigahertz, but some don't. General, nothing too crazy in here, just system info, software updates. Really cool thing about this car, just like on our EVs, is it should be eligible for software updates. When there is one available, you would go here and click update. It also should appear on the screen and letting you know that you have one available. But this is also where you can change your language, your keyboard, date and time, all that kind of stuff. One thing I have not shown you guys, which is kind of cool, see this line right there that just disappeared? If you pull down, you have your cluster, your quick control. So you can turn display on and off, split screen, illumination, guidance, passenger talk, quiet mode. Quiet mode is when the music or whatever you're playing on the radio will only play in the front speakers. It will not play in the rear speakers and down to a certain volume. So if you just want to quickly activate quiet mode, you can, and that's by swiping down from that center console, which is kind of cool. You can set your beeping sounds, and then you can also put whatever you want up here. So with that little button right up there, you can add things like change device, Wi-Fi hotspot, position, tone, a bunch of other stuff. So whenever you want to make changes right there, you can. Okay, let's scoot along because we're running out of time. So the little touchscreen right here, I call it the kind of Kia's new little Star Trek-y screen. Complete touchscreen there. You press home, it's going to take you to your home right there. Map will take you into the maps. You can go right into search, and you can search your navigation. Seek and track right there. Media, and then star. Anytime you see a star, you can set it up to a hotkey, so you can make that one there, go to your phone, go to the weather, passenger talk, all that kind of stuff. You'll notice there's a few different ways to customize this stuff. You can make the Wi-Fi hotspot this little star button, but you can also bring it down, and there was options there for that too, if I wasn't mistaken. So you can make these buttons here multiple places. Volume tuner right there, and volume button right there, and then tuner right there. But when you click this little fan button, it changes all of that into a dual screen. So you have now dual climate control, and you can turn that off and on by pressing down on this guy. So this little guy will change your blower speed. You have your directionals right there. You have sync, so that'll sync the climate to the driver. Like if I go here to passenger and I make it 70 degrees, I click sync, it'll sync it to whatever the driver is. You have your recirculated air on or off. You have your defrosters there, all that kind of stuff. Now, one thing that you press that there, the little triangle will take you back to your media features. The little fan will take you to your climate features. But if you press and hold this button, you can switch it from infotainment to climate as a default. So personally, I like infotainment because I changed my music right there. But let's say I want to change this and make the blower speed a little higher because it's hot today. And then after about 10 seconds, it will default back to my infotainment screen. So kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and leave that off just so the customer can do whatever they want with that. And then to turn that off, you just press that button. Pretty nifty. I'm going to turn that off for now. So down here you have it's a little dark. Let's see if I could move that out. So down here you have your USB-Cs, but you can also change that by pressing this button here to whether you want it to be just to be your power. So that is just to charge this guy right there. But if you press this button and make it orange, orange means it's active, then not only will it power the car, whatever you have plugged in there, but it also do the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wired, if I'm not mistaken. So That's what the functionality of that button is for. Just this, just for this one. You can make it a charging only, and then you can press that and do the charging plus the device. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and leave me a comment, but when you have it charging only, this is more powerful. Pretty sure I read that somewhere. All right, you have your wireless phone charger down there as well, which is really cool. And then you have your heated seats right there. If you put your, go down, it's air conditioned seats, go up, it's heated seats. You have your, we already talked about park, reverse, neutral, and drive with a column, and you could pop it to the left for funsies there when you want to go into sport mode. If it is highlighted orange, that means it is on. So I can lock my rear wheels by pressing in the center of that screen. And again, you have comfort, sport, smart, eco, and normal. Heated steering wheel is right there. Auto hold, downward hill assist, electronic parking brake, camera, forward parking sensors, and auto off. Camera, if you press that button, you're going to see your camera populate right there, and then you can see the side view, kind of where you're at. You do have augmented reality here as well, which you can manipulate this image and spin it around, and this is a live view of what is around you, which is really cool. And then you have your settings right there with your guidances, and going back down, then you have your rear settings, and then you could press that, and then you can see the sides, see what's going on back there, all that good stuff. That's kind of like your tow mode in a way. That's your normal, and then that is your front. Little arrow takes you back, little house takes you home. Scooting along, auto hold's kind of cool. If you put your foot down on the brake and press auto hold, so you'll see auto hold right there in white. And then if I was in drive and I put my foot down on the brake, now it turns to green, which means I can take my foot off the pedals, and then I am now parked. It's really cool for drive-throughs, stuck in traffic, that kind of thing. And then to accelerate, I just put my foot on the gas, and then I just go. When I hit the brake again, I press my foot down on it, then it'll put me back in auto hold. I'm just gonna put my foot back on there and put myself back in park. Electronic parking brake, like I was saying there, and then auto off. That's the feature where the car will act like it's turned off at a red light to preserve gas mileage. Let's talk about the lights up here. So these are just cool, the little swipey lights. You could just swipe with your hand and they turn on and off. You can also press them, but I like the little swipey one where you just swipe it. Your panoramic sunroof goes all the way back to the back cargo area. And depending upon how you press this button, you can, oh, I did it right on the first try. Open just the partition. You can open the glass. You can stop it at any time by pressing this again. You could bring it forward. You can bring it just halvesies if you want to just stop it right there. And then if you press it, I believe just straight up, if I get it right the first time, you can get some air. Not open, but air. Bring it back down, and there it comes. Coming to the mirror, this mirror is cool. Normal mirror, everything's cool. You can see your back passengers, the kids behind you. That's neat. But what if you don't want to see those guys? You just want to see what's behind you. Boom, you have your new digital mirror. By pressing this button forward, now you just see what's behind you, which is really cool. So you do have that option of the actual seeing what's in your back, what are your back passengers doing, or just actually seeing what's behind you. This is a longer vehicle. There's benefits for both. You do have your garage door openers right here for HomeLink, and then you can use the settings right here on this side to move these this image up and down, which is kind of cool. So you can get that exactly how you want it. What am I missing? What did I not cover that I feel like I am missing something that's pretty cool or pretty important? Kia Connect, that's the app that you have. You could do remote start, remote climate, all that kind of stuff, remote locate. That's pretty cool. We didn't talk about Kia Connect, but that is something that you would do to get you all those remote features. What's really cool about this vehicle, let's see, I'm gonna drive it up to the front and I'm gonna show you what is pretty nifty about this guy. It's going to be the forward sensors. Now the forward and side sensors, just like EV9, are very neat because it'll show, especially if you're parking in a garage or if you're like leaving a drive-through, it's gonna show you. Let's see if I can get close to this car without getting close. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, let me just show you when I pull up to the, I'm gonna pull up to the parking spot. But it will give you the little indicators of what's around you. So what's around your fenders. This car is a dream to drive. So smooth, so intuitive, all the safety features in the world. Cruise control works beautifully. Compared to a 2023 model, this is a very, very cool update with not a huge jump in price. But let's swing around here. And let me show you these sensors, because these sensors are really cool. I was a big fan of them in the EV9, and I was very surprised that this vehicle had it. So I'm gonna get close to this wall. Okay, so there's the sensors obviously telling you what's around it. But take a look at what's going on over here. It's telling you, one, that thing, so it's bending to the wall there, and those are your side sensors. If I was closer to the car next to me, these would also bend as well. But it's kind of like in real time showing you where obstacles actually are. So it's very useful in a garage, very useful in a drive-through, just because sometimes you can't see where your wheel is. So big fan of that. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting some stuff. But if there's anything I can do, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It definitely helps me out. And hopefully I covered everything on this car. There's just so much to cover that you never know what you're gonna miss. But I shall see you guys down at the dealership. And thanks for watching. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Vince from Spradley Kia here in Pueblo, Colorado, and today I am going to show you a little bit of a video of a new product that I am now partnered with from One Car Stereo. They are an awesome company, they have great products, and they have something that I've always wanted in my Kia. They have the ability to project wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, as well as apps like Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, like all these streaming services through your car's infotainment system. So it's a super great product. It's very inexpensive, especially if you use the link in this video. You do get a discount for shopping through my link, which is really cool. But let me show you what this is. So it is a little box, and it is right here, and it's called a Smart AI box. Now this Smart AI box, it's super small, and it goes right into your USB port. It works with any vehicle that has wired Apple CarPlay or wired Android Auto, and it gives it the ability to have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, like I was saying, and it projects it right onto your car screen. So I am sitting in a Kia Telluride, and I am watching one of my other videos from YouTube on the screen in the high definition. It works on any make, any model that has a wired, basically it does not have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So from my understanding, it works on any vehicle that does not have the wireless component, which is really cool because that's the majority of Kias, to be honest, and the majorities of Hyundais, Fords. I mean, there's some makes and models out there that obviously have them, like the lower trim level Kias have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but this $50,000 Telluride I'm sitting in does not. So definitely just taking a look here and how crisp and clear the screen is. I watched Netflix on my way to lunch yesterday on this thing. It is super cool. Now, it's kind of an Android system, which is kind of interesting because I'm an Apple guy, but you just click there and you can click this little button there and go to your home screen, and that's what it kind of looks like. So you have Netflix, YouTube, a bunch of other things. You can go to the App Store here, and then you can set up different apps. My wife set up the Xfinity Stream app here for our cable, so we can stream our DVR on here, which was pretty cool. I'm a fan. I mean, it's something I've always wanted. It was very inexpensive. I've always been kind of scared to buy one, but now that I've partnered with One Car Audio, and they were nice enough to send me this and give my customers a promotion. If you follow the link, you get a discount. And it is definitely worth it. It hasn't buffered. It hasn't like lagged. There hasn't been anything. I'm gonna click speed play there, and there it is, wireless Apple CarPlay. The phone that I am videotaping this on has no wires attached to it, and this is what's going on here. So this is definitely CarPlay, which is super cool. Works with Android Auto as well. And to go back to car, you just hit car, and there you are. That rhymed. I don't think I can play any Netflix content because of like YouTube restrictions, but as you can see, I click Netflix, and there it is. It just pops up. There's my little family. I'm gonna pick my profile, and then it will load. Like I said, very little lagging. When you first connect it, like down there is a handshake, so it's going to you're gonna feel like a little bit. It takes maybe 30-45 seconds for everything to connect. It connects with your hotspot on your phone, which is pretty important, and then also Bluetooth. So it just depends upon what you're using. But there's Netflix, and you can go in, and it looks kind of like it does on your TV. I play stuff, but again, it's I'm not sure what the content was. That's why I was playing my own YouTube channel on YouTube. But super cool product. Definitely, if you have any questions, post them in the link below. Don't forget to click through. They have a bunch of other things too. I mean, they have a whole suite of products. It's depending upon your vehicle and what you're needing. But this was very cool. They were generous enough to send me one to review, and I could not be happier. And again, I'm sitting in a I'm sitting in a Kia 24 Telluride SX Prestige, and I could watch Netflix if I wanted to. It'd be really cool for hybrids or EVs because you can charge at a charging station and pop on, a show, pop on a movie. Super cool. I have yet to find any kind of issues with it. Like I said, no lagging, no buffering. It's very easy. It does a ton of things that I'm still trying to scratch the surface. When you go into the App Store, because then you have like the Play Store right here, and then you would just sign in with your Gmail account. They have a whole, it's your whole Gmail. So you can download a whole bunch of apps that I haven't even scratched the surface with yet. Like there's Amazon Prime I can do. I mean, Google Calendars. I mean, it's the Google App Store on your car, which is really cool. All right, guys, I just wanted to do a quick little video on this to show you what it is and what it does. It is just the smart AI box. It's super light, comes with its own cord, a USB and a USB-C cord depending upon what setup you have in your vehicle. I really just can't be more happier with this product. It's something like I said, I've always wanted. I have zero issues with it. And all you do is you just plug it in, and then it just works. And it just, like I said, a little bit of a handshake, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then you are good to go. So definitely check it out, guys, and I will see you guys down at the dealership.